One sec.
Yeah, it says you're live streaming.
Yeah. It's just Safari's not working and it won't let me open it on Chrome, so I just like copy pasted
Yeah, it
the.
says recording and it says that you're live streaming to YouTube.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it says you're live streaming.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Safari's not working and it won't let me open it on Chrome, so I just like copy pasted
Yeah, it
the.
says
Oh, mute
recording and it
it.
says that you're live streaming to YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay.
mute like on your computer.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So I'm gonna share my screen first.
Is everyone sharing their screen individually or just you?
Yeah.
No, I said we share our screen, yeah, individually.
As
Fine.
each of our parts come up.
So first we open like the notebook and then you go into try notebook. And then wait, minus. Okay. So the mind map is basically like, wait, I want to show you, but okay, here it is. So it's basically like the key terms or topics about the PowerPoint itself, which mine was chapter 4. So you can look into like the section into like in the intro, and then that goes into a subsection of like the different key terms, and then you can do the same for the other topics. And it's basically just like a really simple overview of what you're going to be talking about in the PowerPoint. But it does not include that much information. And that's basically it. So I'm going to stop share. Wait, did I share?
Yeah, it's sharing right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So now I'm going to talk about the study guide and concept explainer, I think. Yeah, concept explainer. So I'm going to share my screen. And then I'm going to go to Notebook LM. I already have it like logged in and everything. And so this is chapter 5. And so this is the study guide I already generated. And basically it just shows me like a quiz that I told it to generate with like 10 questions. And then the answer key, which also explains each individual answer. And then essay questions, which I also told it to generate 5 because like it's mimicking like the actual test. Um, and then this is like a table with all the key terms. So this is a term over here, and then the definition is here. So this is helpful for like just like memorizing like just the key terms, like not concepts, but more like exactly what every single term means. And so if I want to study this, I could just copy and paste it and Loki just like put it in like a Quizlet or like flashcards or whatever to study the terms. And yeah, so that's it for the study guide. And then the concept explainer, it's basically just like it's like explaining what this chapter is about, but instead of just like reading the textbook, it's kind of summarizing like the big things. So like for number 1, it says what is this big data everyone talks about? So it's just like explaining what big data is. Here's like it's defining big data. And this is more helpful than like a textbook for me because a textbook is just like has a lot of like information, like a lot of words. But if you want to understand like the key concepts and ideas, you can just do this one. Like you can just read the concept explainer. And so here it shows you the 3 V's of big data and then like what it means. And yeah, like the analysis, basically just everything about big data, which is what like chapter 5 is on. And then it shows like a conclusion. So it's saying like now you have a solid overview of what big data is. So this is just like this whole concept explainer is just explaining like what big data is and basically just like summarizing the chapter. And yeah. Wait, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen now. Um, so I'm gonna go over the chat. Um, you could kind of just ask this like any type of question. So I already wrote out something. I said, write 5 multiple choice questions with an answer key for a 60 multiple choice test and 3 open-ended questions on the test. It said use the topics given. So I could put this in and the chat can, I'll show it in a second. So it gave me 5 multiple choice questions. and also gave me an answer key for it over here for each question, and also for the open-endeds. You can also ask the chat like any question you want and it'll answer it because it's AI. So whatever information you put into it, it could do.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen now to show the video and the audio. Okay, so basically right here, this is downloaded from last time. Here's the audio. Basically, it's like,
Welcome to the deep dive.
so it's an AI host explaining all the information that I put in here. And I think it's really helpful because you can kind of you can go back and forth in the audio in case if you miss something. And I'm sure that you can even ask it to probably make it shorter, and there's different modes in here. So you can do like this one that I chose was the deep dive, so that one's going to be long. You can do brief, critique, debate, and kind of do specific focuses. And then for the video, it's the same type of thing. Like you can do a focus, and in the video, it's actually pretty cool. It's like animation.
Hey there, got a big exam? Answer for questions. That means you got to know your.
So I think this is really good if you're more of a visual learner rather than like an auditory learner. And that's like kind of someone that I am. So this definitely helped me a lot. And then do I go over the interactive? Oh, okay. Well, I'll just say that like when you go interactive with the AI host, it's really helpful because you can just ask them questions and they'll answer it right away, kind of in a podcast format, which may be easier for people to remember because it's kind of like you're having a conversation with a professor or a real person in real time. Yeah, so I'll stop my share.
So basically, now just to like go over our thoughts on like all the features we've had. I think like I was actually surprised. I thought it was gonna be like not that accurate or like good at all, but I really liked it. I think it's really helpful. The only thing I wouldn't use is a mind map because it's just too simple. Like there's not much explaining. And then the chat is actually really helpful.
I agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say the chat's like probably the most helpful thing just because you could kind of ask it anything about like your entire topic and it'll answer for you.
And I
Yeah.
like the practice like example. I mean like the practice quiz with
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
And
feel
like,
like especially like the podcast thing, it's like it's helpful because like one of the people like ask a question, which like if you're thinking of a question, it might be like the same question as you're thinking of, and the other person like, responds. So it's like, I don't know, for me that like that helps like understand what they're
Mhm.
talking about.
Yeah, the audio thing where you can talk is
Yeah.
really cool actually.
Mhm.
And then like the takeaways from the individual assignment, I think for me it was really easy honestly to understand it, but I would say that because I tried it with another like um class, it does take a while to like make the audio and video if it's too long. Because of the PowerPoint, it wasn't that long, so it took like a few minutes, but if you do like use it for something that it's like longer, it does take a while to do. So I think that's the only like thing I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I tried to use it for like a stats class. And is that what you tried it for?
Mhm.
And it didn't give me any numbers. It was kind of just like
Yeah.
Mm.
like explanation and
Yeah.
more, which is good, like definitions, but obviously for that specific course, it's not going to be very helpful.
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
feel like
totally
it's
agree.
more for like information instead of like an actual answer. Like if you need information on something, like it could spit out information, but like an answer for like a math problem or like something like that, I don't think it's gonna give
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to use it for like calc and like it was
Yeah.
definitely not working at all. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start recording.
Okay.
And then how do I stop the live